The thing is, what's crazy to me is what's the point of him even being in UPD? That's the thing. Like, if this was such a big mistake and it ruined so much RP for so many people, like this impact of the Changaloa thing, it like ruined a lot of RP. Like, it didn't create anything. It just dead in the water, killed it, right? It's like there's nothing came from it after. Like, did they ever get their stuff back that they lost in that raid? That baseless raid? Did they get their, like, all the drugs and all that stuff back? Like, Changaloa Arc, from what I'm understanding, was like a really big part of the Sandy Shores area. So it's like the fact that it's just disappeared within, like, I don't know, a few days of that raid is just disappointing as hell. So yeah, of course. So like, of course, the criminals lose the most. Again, always is like, oh, a cop messes up. Hey, cop, you messed up. You get to keep your job. You don't really get in trouble for what you did. And the criminals take the biggest L. They lose all the stuff that they worked hard to get, all the illegal things that they had because they're illegal. Because, well, we found it in a raid. Even though the raid was illegal, we can't give it back to you. At the end of the day, this is a roleplay server. Like, I think in those situations where, hey, it's obviously a giant mistake, right? Like, that stuff should be returned to the individuals, and it should just be like a net zero. It never happened. Changaloa Arc continues. We wipe it from everyone's memory, like, further ahead, you know? Like, I think if a criminal did the same thing and, like, ruined RP, because that would be considered, like, fail RP to some degree, like, they would have been banned. And then you have Redditors that are saying, oh, well, the cops never get banned. And it just, ugh, so annoying, dude. So annoying. So annoying. It's frustrating for me because I've seen it over the years happen over and over and over and again. And like, listen, I think Percy made a mistake. And like, I don't even know if he ever even accepted that he made a mistake. I know he mentioned that, like, yo, like, from what you guys are saying, he was doubling down and saying he did nothing wrong. But like, if everyone's telling you, it just seems stupid. So stupid. Oh, criminals have always gotten shafted more than the police. Always. Just always how it's been. Criminals always get the heavier hand. He doubled down on it. He put on his stream title for days. That's crazy, man. I would say that's pretty borderline freaking toxic. At that point, you did something in the better interest of yourself instead of the community, which then resulted in you using that to garner yourself additional followers, views, whatever the case may be that you were doing it for. Maybe inherently, like unexpectedly, he didn't purposely do it. Maybe he did not, maybe not maliciously, but like he was riding the drama wave and nothing came from it. Like, that's crazy, man. I don't get it. I don't understand it. That's crazy. That's crazy. What's nuts is, like, let's say like that would have gone through, right? And the boys would have got caught up, right? They could have been in jail for like a month, like drug trafficking and gun trafficking. I don't know what was in the evidence. Like, it could have been serious stuff. And in the middle of them trying to figure out all these things happening, their characters would have been in jail for like days, literally days, real life days, while like the person that caused all this gets to just ride off scot-free. Makes no sense to me. It really makes no sense to me. I don't understand it at all. Yeah, if he would have shown remorse, like, hey, I'm sorry, I messed up. You know, from what you guys are telling me right now, none of that happened. There was no remorse. He didn't care. He still believes he's still in the right. All these things. Someone did mention to me he finally accepted that he did wrong. But, bro, how can you learn if everything I just saw says otherwise? Like, dude, this guy just does whatever he wants that negatively impacts other people's RP. There's no positive there. Like, an example. There are characters. Use Conan as an example. Conan or Clarkson does a good job at positively impacting other people's RP by, or just use Gary Berry as an example. The way that I do Gary Berry, I do my job as a police officer. I go ahead and make sure I don't like really, really cross any crazy boundaries where I'm like doing things that are just inherently bad that is going to cause problems for other people, right? I'm not looking to cause problems. Even like when I try to make comedic relief or morale boost, the last thing I'm going to do is cause anyone additional problems or issues. But if your RP causes problems and that's how you say you are creating RP by being chaos and just causing other people issues at your personal gain, dude, that is pretty freaking wrong, because cops have a lot of power in a very negative way. So from what I'm hearing, like, he was not picked up into a department. Apparently he's just a part of UPD. But you know, we do have 60 days to get hired. If he gets hired after 60 days, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting, because I think everyone right now is in the even playing field. I think at this point he shouldn't even be on the same playing field as other people, because like that just, man, even the 75 warrants, bro, what a absolute waste of time. But maybe he gets off that. Yeah, I think it's just a cycle. It's just a cycle that the NoPixel has always been in. This isn't the first time this has happened. There's been many Percy Weavers in the past. There's been many situations like this in the past. Like, we've gone through this cycle. Coil's gone through this cycle. Remember, it's been 5 years, right? So a lot of you guys may be new to NoPixel, but like, hey, like, we've been through these problems. We've seen similar situations arise, and guess what? We always end up all right in the end. We've overcome every struggle we've ever had in our life. That's how all of us are still here.